podcast, I'm going to be sharing with you some information about what it means to add your opportunities to Vision. And first, I wanted to give you a little bit of a clarification on what is an opportunity versus a contact or a lead. So first, an opportunity is defined as a sales prospect, requested service or product sales volume, and a sales probability. Opportunities can be a possibility of a sales service or product and can result from a bid invitation, a sales deal, or from a trade fair. Or it could just be an opportunity that has like come out from an invitation, somebody saying, hey, here's this opportunity that I heard about, and I would love for you guys to join us. And then an opportunity management, it allows us to control our sales process. Okay, so the difference between that and a lead is that, or a contact, is that a lead is the first stage in a sales process. It represents a person who shows interest in buying a service or product, but there's not necessarily like they haven't moved through that funnel. Okay, and so in a sales cycle, the process order is that first you have a lead, then you have an opportunity, and the opportunity moves to a quote and then an order or that final sale. Okay, and so leads can be either cold, warm, or hot. They are just our points of contact, not necessarily the people who we've already done work with. Okay. So if you have more questions on that definition and the clarification around that, please let me know. What I want to talk to you guys about today is how do we add opportunities to Vision. So let's dive in here and take a look. So in Vision, first you're going to go up to the navigation bar and you're going to go to the information center. And you can see I'm actually already there because I was looking first. And then you're going to go down to opportunities. From there, you're going to go into the second button that says opportunities and click that. And this page will load. And then you're going to go up here and click new opportunity. And then I want you to do is I want you to fill in all of these yellow spots. And then there's actually a couple more things that you're going to fill in as well. So the name of this project, for instance, we're going to say Pullman example, and it's going to be living Minneapolis. Okay, and then this description is it's a multi-family mixed-use facility in downtown Minneapolis, Riverside, partnering with Ryan Construction and some other jibber jabber that's really important. Okay, so you get that. I need a description. Go ahead and put in as much detail as you can. That's really helpful for us. And then vertical market, I said is living. So we're going to do that. It says that it's not found. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just hit the search arrow. I see that living is here, and then I'm going to click the living vertical market. Primary contact, Ryan. We're going to see if it populates up. And I'm going to look through. Oh, look, here's Ryan Companies. Then I've got that. Primary contact is Jim Bob. I just made him up. Fee revenue. Okay. Apparently you can't make someone up. So I'm going to say we're going to search. And this person's name is Jim. Bob, he prefers to be called James, or his name is James, he prefers Jim. Ryan Companies, email jimbob@example.com, and his alternate email is something, 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 and Jim has been with the firm for 25 years, is the Senior VP of Sales and Living Markets. And then I'm going to say, you're going to want to say like, yep, show contact in directory. His middle name, I'm just going to put example in case someone actually stumbles on this. Example. Okay. I spelled example wrong. Sorry. I'm just going to leave it though. All right. And then let's say for easy numbers and math here, I'm going to say this is a $100,000 project. And the probability of this being completed in 90 days is 55%. And then the probability within 12 months is 75%. Now, say with this number, you guys, if you're like, I don't know if it'd be 100,000 or 120,000, just take a wild stab. If you're not sure, feel free to talk to your VM leader about it, or the marketing coordinators, and kind of get a grasp on what they think would be best there. What we don't want is for you to say, this is a $5 million project, and then you put in, $1,000 or vice versa, right? Like, we want to be in the ballpark, right, about what it is. And then when you have a better idea, go back and update it. That's really important. Okay. And then something else, like, okay, so I actually should have logged this contact, 3 weeks ago, April 23rd. And, we just got off the phone together yesterday. So I'm going to add the last date that we contacted each other. And, in our debrief, we talked about the following. And the date modified, that was today. This is really helpful when we're going back and saying, when did we last talk to them? Are we doing our due diligence and following up, circling back? Finally, you may not have this information yet. Over here, the office proposals, opportunities, project principal, project manager, etc. But we're going to put in the sales finder. Who found this job? Who brought it into the company? In this case, we're saying I did. And this stage in the process, I'm not really sure what that means. So I'm going to hit the drop down. Oh, okay, I have a better idea. This is a pending opportunity. If I'm curious about what the source might be, I met this person, Jim Bob, at a trade show. And, what that does for us, you guys, if you fill in that kind of information, it just helps us later know, like, what work are we doing that actually produces positive outcomes? Okay. And then finally, any notes that I have in here, just talked with Jim Bob, and his wife is doing well. They're going on vacation. Okay. I'm going to put that information in here, whatever that might be, so that next time I call him, I can say, hey, Jim Bob, how was that vacation? How's it going? Shoot the breeze with him for a minute and then follow up. Then you're going to hit save. And then that's it, you guys. It literally only takes just a couple of minutes once you drop that information in, and you can go back and edit it later. When you have notes or comments that you want to put in, I just always recommend in this section, not deleting any notes, but always adding anything, like the date, starting off with the date. So I'm going to say, May 14th was the last time I talked to him, put the year, because these projects can go long, put my note, and then, the next time I can just add, the next note. Maybe we touch base again on May 28th. Another thing, just a tip here, you guys, make sure that when you're putting anything in these documents that you're not putting, so-and-so was a real pain in the rear, and it was a really difficult conversation. You can use facts, but don't use, emotions or things like that, because if this information were to get back to the client, you wouldn't want them to know something negative that you put in their file. And so just make sure that you're writing factual information and being clear on that. So anyways, thanks, guys. I appreciate your time. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns as you take a look at this.